got one more video planned, and we're doing it right here. I really have to say this because nobody else is going to say it. What the heck is going on in Stegeman Coliseum? I waited till I got information to do this. I am really, really concerned about what is going on at Stegeman Coliseum. For a team Georgia that has all the money in the world, this is absolutely unacceptable. If you don't know, Stegeman Coliseum has been closed due to I'm going to say rumored. It's rumored that the entire building is falling apart, that the roof is caved in and pieces of concrete from the roof has fell into the stadium and fell out the stadium. Stegeman Coliseum is my favorite place on earth. This is absolutely disappointing to see this. And this goes to the fall of Georgia, Josh Brooks, and everybody. I love Josh Brooks. I love Georgia, but people got to be held accountable. And my thing is, if you're pumping $20 million into a football stadium that is already good, you don't have to. You should be ashamed of yourself for pumping money. Sanford Stadium, as much as I despise the place, is a great stadium. It already has enough. It needs nothing else. It literally does not need nothing else. And Stegeman Coliseum last week was not the first time concrete fell from the ceiling at Stegeman Coliseum. It also happened in 2020 and 2018. I'm trying to find a full article I can read, but let me tell you something, man. I will take better place of this care. I would take better care of this place than Georgia has. I love Stegeman Coliseum. It is my absolute favorite place on earth. It is the best stadium in the University of Georgia Stadium Arena. It is the best. Mike White said they'll do what it takes to fix the problem, to navigate the issue. So you want to know how did this happen? Georgia was supposed to play Arkansas last week in a gym meet. That game, that's when they announced the game's been postponed due to Stegeman Coliseum having problems. Had to dig into it and reach some sources and, try to figure it out. And yeah, concrete has fell from the stadium. I am thankful they did not play the gymnastics game. I'm thankful they did not have it to the basketball game against Florida Tuesday. Or any gymnastics meet, because that could have really killed somebody, and then Georgia would be in a lot more trouble than they already are. It's really depressing to see one of the best places on earth get treated like crap because the university don't give a crap. Here's an article from UGA Sports. 4 days after the officials announced Stegeman Coliseum will be closed, a small piece of the ceiling was discovered to have fallen. More details were released Monday. There's really nothing important right here. Graduation will not be held at Stegeman Coliseum, I believe. The rest of the gymnastics meet will not be held at Stegeman Coliseum. And you know what? Georgia basketball might not even be playing at Stegeman Coliseum next season. It's really, really sad to see this place get treated like crap. Stegeman Coliseum is the greatest arena in Georgia. It's better than Sanford Stadium by a long shot. What they need to do is demolish Sanford Stadium and demolish Stegeman Coliseum, since it already has problems, and just make Stegeman Stanford Coliseum. You could just play one big game. You could play football, basketball, gymnastics, women's basketball, every sport that goes on, and volleyball, every sport that goes on at Stegeman Coliseum. Just play it at one big stadium, and then have Sanford Stadium in there too. I would love that. But, Stegeman Coliseum, I think the world of it. I even have a picture of Stegeman Coliseum. That's how much I love this place. I have a picture hanging up in my room, which currently is on the floor, but man, this is This gives Georgia a bad look. I don't understand a program that has millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars is allowing this to happen. That is just beyond me. I have no idea how they allowing this to happen. And here's the hypocritical part. If that was Sanford Stadium, that wouldn't be happening. I mean, if that was Sanford Stadium, chop chop, get to it. We gotta fix the problem. And that's my problem. That's one more of my problems between the football hate and everything else is, the football team just gets treated differently than the basketball team and the baseball team. I mean, Foley Field has needed updates for years and years. I mean, and they're finally just getting it last year and this year. They always treat the other teams unfair, which rightfully so, because the fans do too. But this is not about that. This is about Stegeman Coliseum. We got to get this. We got to get this fixed because that is really, really bad. That could have killed somebody. What I would do is, just look, man. It would take a lot of money, but Georgia has that. I would just freaking just tear off the entire ceiling and just go to work. I mean, everything that has to be done in that stadium has to be done. My goal for Stegeman Coliseum, if Georgia's football stadium ever needed a game, my goal is to have, if Sanford Stadium, something happened at Sanford Stadium, Georgia's football team needed to play a game there, and the basketball team's not playing, of course, because it's their, look, man, I ain't trying to play favorites here. Basketball team gets Stegeman Coliseum first. That's where they play. That is their home. But say something happens, say Georgia is playing SMU in Texas, Georgia is playing Army in Sanford Stadium. Something happens a day before the game. Georgia needs to go somewhere. My hope is to get Sanford Stadium. And I know this ain't going to happen, but it would be nice to see Sanford Stadium. It would be nice to see Stegeman Coliseum great enough to be able to hold a Georgia football game, because then the fans, the university, they would respect Stegeman Coliseum. One could dream. I do love Stegeman Coliseum, but man, we gotta get this fixed. This is really, really bad. We don't need nobody dying. We don't need nobody getting hurt. Georgia has already had a rough few months with people dying and bad things happening to the university. So we really don't need it going on. We really don't need it going on at Stegeman Coliseum either. But that's the thing. Look, man, it's also Stegeman Coliseum is an old facility. That's life. I understand. But when you don't update it, and that falls back on the university for being sorry, that's the kind of things you get right there. So please fix Stegeman Coliseum. Thank you and goodbye.